0951 Back to the phone lines. Hello. Hello, good afternoon.
Faithful from Alu.
Okay, let's hear you.
What I think is that I agree with the guy in the studio. From his achievement in the MPSA, I don't think that he will be a very good coach for the young
Flying
side.
Eagles, okay?
For me, I was giving Finidi George a chance.
But it doesn't depend on you. The NFF have the final say. Thank you so much. Superman, that Amboso over time told us that he's not after winning trophies, that he's about developing young stars. That he likened himself to Arsene Wenger then.
Well, yes, Emeka, and he has been around for a very long time. As you mentioned, yes, it was not a totally bad outing because it's a developmental competition. I only am of the opinion that it's not enough, just 4 names, and moved on to the Super Eagles. So maybe he will be able to do it, but I don't think it's still the best option.
All right. Hello, good afternoon. Today's Sports Live.
Good afternoon, Emeka. This is Zito on the line.
Oh, Zito, my brother. How you doing?
I'm doing great, my brother. Hi, family.
Very well, bless God.
It's been a long time I heard your voice.
Same here. Let's hear you.
Yeah. Okay, Emeka, I want to find out if you have acquired new players.
So many new players.
I had a lot of them have left.
Yeah, a lot left, a lot came in too. That's the business of club football in Nigeria. Soja go, soja come.
Can I hear the names? Let's know the names.
Okay, I will try and give you some that I can remember now, but just keep listening, okay? Thank you so much, Zito. Hello. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon.
Your name and the location?
Yeah, my name is JJ calling from Mbiama.
From where?
Mbiama.
Mbiama, okay, let's hear you.
Yeah,
I hope the market is not on today.
Already, it's on already.
It's okay. Go ahead.
I will so much enjoy it. I want to know the time Super Eagles will have their match.
Okay, they will play Algeria on the 9th of October. Then 4 days later on the 13th, they take on Tunisia. Both matches to be played in Austria. Thank you so much. If that is all from you. Let's have from another caller. Hello. Oh, sorry, we lost that one. And I'm afraid we cannot get your reactions via the text message or WhatsApp platforms. I understand the line is down. Really sorry about that. Apologies. Hopefully by tomorrow you'll be able to get your messages across to us using the text message and WhatsApp platforms. But in the meantime, let's continue to make use of the phone lines. Hello.
Hello. Emeka, good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you. Welcome to today's Sports Live.
Eto from Roma. Superman, greetings.
Welcome, Eto.
Nigeria will, out of this team match, they will lose one.
We are not talking about that match yet, Eto. We are not talking about that match yet. Thank you so much. Superman, let's help my brother. He's also an Enyimba fan like me. He wants to know some of the players Enyimba have signed so far this season. John Noble is a goalkeeper from AS Kara of Togo. He has joined Enyimba. Maybe to replace
Sunday
Theophilus Afelo,
who has joined Rivers
United. They have gotten Somiari Alalebo from Dakada FC. He's a young star. I think he's even less than 19 years. He's still a teenager. He's a defender. They have gotten Anthony Omaka from Sunshine Stars. They have gotten Samad Kadiri from Lobby Stars. Yes. They got Tosi Omoyole from Plateau United.
Very true.
So Zito, you can see they have bought so many players, and some of them are very good.
Some of them are very good.
Yeah, very decent players. So watch out for Yimba next season. Hello.
Hello, good day.
Good afternoon to you. Welcome to today's Sports Live.
This is Engineer from Abua.
All right, let's hear you.
Is there any hope for Man U transfer?
Nothing like Man U on the show today. Don't even talk about it, Mbok. Let's go to another caller. Hello.
Good afternoon, Emeka.
Good afternoon to you. Welcome to today's Sports Live.
Thank you, Simon. Calling for.
We know you, Simon.
Okay. Let me start from Paul Onachu. Paul Onachu, the way I saw Paul Onachu, I don't think that Paul Onachu is bad. It's as bad as so many of us are thinking. It's just that he comes to national team. Maybe the style of football in our national team is not really style. I think that is just the different thing.
Okay, so are you saying he deserves a second chance?
Paul Onachu for me, Paul Onachu can only fit the 4-4-2 formation that I play to win striker. That is the only formation I need.
Well, are we still playing that kind of formation in the national team these days?
They are not playing that kind of formation, and so that's why it will be hard now. It will be hard.
All right.
For it to fit in.
All right. Thank you so much, Simon, for your thoughts. Hello.
Emeka.
Hey, the one and the only Lawson from Yenegua. The controversial Lawson.
Welcome,
Yes, Superman, I greet you. Superman, you really grown though. I love the way you analyze this. I'm telling you, I'm impressed.
That's why he's called the Superman. The Superman.
Yes. He's growing very fast. Honestly.
Show love now. Now, yeah, you need to appreciate. This I appreciate something. Now, just for miles, I appreciate that.
No.
All the good work we are doing here, you would not appreciate it very well. You know, we acknowledge the verbal commendations, but you can show extra love, you know.
No, definitely. Superman, I think maybe later I will discuss.
No, but today we hear that kind of from you. No. Especially you and Deto. You and Deto are not being no, but today we hear that kind of from one out there.
No, because you know now.
Before lockdown, we begin to this kind of things. Lawson, go ahead with your contribution.
Fine. Meka, all these coaches that we keep recycling. What have they done? Why do you? I don't know. In a country,
see, Lawson, no be me employ these coaches, yes. So they shout like saying, let me go give them job.
No, because the way they give them the job, I don't. Why do you keep giving? What have they achieved? They've achieved nothing.
No, teams are not about achievements. They're about. We understand what you're saying. Hello. Hello. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Your name and the location. Oh, really sorry, we lost that call, and I'm afraid that's the side of the package. That's the most you can take on the show this afternoon. Many thanks to the Superman, and of course to you out there for being an amazing companion. We'll be back same time tomorrow for yet another exciting edition of today's Sports Live. Do well to join us for that one. 7:30 tomorrow morning. Don't miss Sports Attack. Promises to be very, very loaded and exciting. Until then, have yourselves a wonderful evening out there and keep it locked on this dial. Today, 95.1 FM, the voice of the people. Morakosi. Thank you.
Every day, every hour, when the big stories break, depend on our 24-hour news team to bring you the latest. Today, 95.1 FM.
This is Today, 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt. News.
Good evening. Here is the news update at 4 on Today, 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt. I am Kala Dakarubatubo. President Mahmoud Buhari has ordered that the newly commissioned Itakpe-Warri Railway be extended to link with Abuja, creating a direct line between the north and the south. The president said this should be achieved before the end of his tenure as president in May 2023. He gave the directive while virtually commissioning the 326-kilometer Itakpe-Warri Railway and ancillary facility yard from the conference hall of the State House in Abuja. The president also directed that the railway stations be renamed after Nigerians who have contributed immensely to nation building. President Buhari commended all who, in the 33 years of its creation, made the project a success, urging host communities for the rail line to maximize the potential the rail line avails them. The Itakpe-Warri Railway line is a 276 kilometers railway line that links Warri in Delta State to Ajokuta in Kogi State. A commercial court in London has ordered the release of $200 million used as a deposit in the case against Process and Industrial Development (PNID) to the Nigerian government. The governor of the central bank, Godwin Emefiele, who made this known, said the ruling follows the establishment of a prima facie fraud before the court. Commenting on the outcome, Emefiele explained that due to the substantial evidence of prima facie fraud established before the court, the judge agreed to release the guarantee while rejecting PNID's application to increase him. He also said investigations were ongoing to unveil more on the issue over the coming months. A high court sitting in Jos Plateau State has dismissed the application filed by ex-deputy governor of Central Bank of Nigeria, Obadiah Malafia, challenging the invitation by the police. Justice Aram Ashoms, in his ruling, dismissed the application for lack of merit and in its entirety. It ruled that the police has the constitutional powers to investigate and invite citizens to investigate allegations, especially as it borders on security issues. The 10 applications were dismissed on the grounds that the police is saddled with the responsibility of prevention and detection of crime, apprehension of offenders, the preservation of law and order, as well as the protection of lives and property, and due enforcement of all laws and regulations by virtue of Section 4 of the Police Act. Malafia had earlier approached the High Court of Justice in Plateau State for the enforcement of his fundamental rights to personal liberty and fair hearing, as well as challenging the invitation by the police on the matter that is being investigated by the Department of State Security Services, DSS. This was after the police sent him an invitation following his appearance before the DSS over his comments on the security situation in the country while featuring on a radio program. A Kaduna State High Court sitting in the state capital has dismissed the motion of no case submission filed by the embattled leader of the Islamic movement in Nigeria, IMN, Sheikh Ibrahim El-Zakzaky and his wife Zinat. El-Zakzaky and his wife Zinat are standing trial on 8 counts of culpable homicide, unlawful assembly and disruption of the public peace, among other allegations. The IMN leader, who appeared in court earlier today amid tight security, had asked the court to quash the Kaduna State government's case against them for lack of evidence. During the last sitting in August, the presiding judge, Justice Gideon Kurada, fixed today for ruling on the matter after counsel to the defendant, Abubakar Mashal, asked the court to quash the charges preferred against the IMN leader by the government for not disclosing an offense known to law contrary to Section 36, subsection 8 and 12 of the 1999 Constitution as amended. The prosecution counsel, Dari Bayero, also adopted his final arguments on the matter. Following the dismissal of the no-case submission, the court also ordered the continuation of the trial. El-Zakzaky and his wife were arrested and detained since December 2015 following a bloody clash between IMN members and the Nigerian Army in Zaria, Kaduna State. A group from Ogoni under the aegis of Ogoni Liberation Initiative has dragged the federal government, Attorney General of the Federation and Shell Petroleum Development Company before a federal high court sitting in Port Harcourt. The group is demanding adequate compensation of the Ogoni people and proper cleanup of their polluted and damaged land. Our correspondent Uchendu Ejewo reports that when the matter came up for mention before Justice Emmanuel Ubile, counsel to the second respondent, which is Shell Petroleum Development Company, entered conditions of service, having received all the process, but no representative of the first and second respondents were present in court. Justice Ubile, after listening to the counsels present, ordered the parties file and reply all the processes before adjourning to the 12th of November 2024 hearing. Speaking to newsmen outside the courtroom, counsel to the Ogoni Group, Finjite Amakri, explained what transpired and why his client brought the matter to court. Counsel to SPDC declined comment on the court proceeding. On the foreign scene now, the United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres has urged everyone to learn from mistakes made over the handling of the pandemic, as the number of people known to have died from the coronavirus passed 1 million. Guterres, who described the figure as mind-numbing, called for respect for science in tackling the crisis, warning that misinformation was killing people. The US, Brazil, and India account for nearly half of the million victims. While some experts believe that the real number of fatalities could be significantly higher, as testing rates in many countries remain low, the Johns Hopkins University in the US says nearly 23 million people are known to have recovered from the virus worldwide. And that was the news update at 4 on Today 95.1 FM. Do not forget, please take responsibility. Wash your hands frequently with soap and running water. Always have with you at all times alcohol-based and sanitizers. Avoid touching your face and eye contact surfaces to prevent the spread of coronavirus. If you can, work from home, otherwise observe social distancing and always wear your facial mask when in a gathering of 2 or more people. COVID-19 is real, but do note it's not a death sentence. Good evening, I am Kala Dakarubatwo. Stay tuned, the Platform on Radio is up next.
Today's news, today's entertainment, today's sports, today's issues. Today on Today 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt.
Talk radio. I listen to a lot of talk radio.
95.1 FM.
It all begins with breaking news.
Now make no mistake, this is a difficult mission, and it will remain difficult for some time.
Then it keeps trending. Events, issues, personalities, all struggling to gain attention. But in the race with deadlines, the intrigues, power play, undercurrents are often missed or underreported.
Insecurity here is basically a product of poverty.
But not anymore. As the Platform on Radio steps in to fill the missing links on events, issues, and personalities in the news.
I'm not afraid of anybody. Yeah!
The Platform on Radio serves only the hottest topics and trending issues. Only on Today 95.1 FM. 95.1 FM. Port Harcourt every weekday at 4 p.m. Get on the Platform on Radio and be served.
Stand, greet.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. You're welcome to Jagbajantis High School. My name is Sound Sultan, your new mathematics teacher. By the way, do you understand Pidgin English?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now what we go use henceforth? Okay, carry your pen. Carry your paper. Them for my class. People of this world, them plenty. The sins of this people, many. So many. Many times plenty, multiplier. Many times plenty, multiplier. Multiply. The answer you get now waiting, they make poor man they cry. The answer you get now waiting, they make rich man they mess and leaders they lie. The answer you get now waiting, they make young boys and girls join party gang. Answer you get now waiting, they make innocent man rot inside the jail. Get it, and then agree to grant and bail. Get it, oh. Everybody, oh yeah, join Jagbajantis, make we solve mathematics. We did about our continent, so you both say about mass we go use take solve mathematics. So follow Jagbajantis. So ya carry by be for brotherhood.
Love your neighbor as yourself,
oh, for objectivity.
Be objective,
Be for democracy.
No matter how bad it is, never military.
Now M for modification
of our behavior, let's stand to the same behalf.
A, accountability.
If you've been a chop money, I beg you take them easy.
S for solidarity.
Not every time divided, oh my shell.
We enter new millennium. Nigerians like 120 million. One population na 6 billion.
6 billion.
Divide that 1 by 120 million all together. Oh yeah.
All together.
The answer you get now waiting, they make people they jar. Come on for Niger. Answer you get now waiting, they make people want travel. By hook or by crook. The answer you get now waiting, they make people they sleep for embassy, for visa. Answer you get now waiting, they make people they sell them property for ticket. Get it.
join Jabajantis, solve mathematics.
With the Dabaru our continent. So, Oyibo say, na partners, we go use take
solve mathematics. So follow Jabajantis.
So ya Caribbean, be for brotherhood.
Love your neighbor as yourself.
Oh, for objectivity.
Be objective, gentlemen, ladies.
Be for democracy.
No matter how hard it is, be better military.
M for modification
of our behaviors unto the savior.
A, accountability.
If you been a chop money, I beg you take am easy.
S for solidarity.
United we stand and divided. Oh my shell.
You just the HSCity.
Shut it go.
And there's the VG City.
Shut it go.
Micro level for HSCity.
HSCity.
Richmond corner be VG City.
VG City.
You try add AJ and VG City all together. Oh yeah,
all together.
The answer you get now waiting they make Richmond oppress and then suppress. The answer you get now waiting they make poor man depress. But then aggress. The answer you get now waiting they make poor man they try to keep up with the Joneses. Answer you get now waiting they make poor man begin. They try to prove a limit. Get it. I go get money then they finish. Get it. Oh, yeah. Everybody, oh yeah, oh,
join Jabajantis, solve mathematics.
With the Dabaru our continent. So,
Oyibo say,
the partners, we go use take
solve mathematics. So follow Jabajantis.
So ya carry
situation in this nation, disposition, our condition, unexplainable pain. In our hearts, not to mention brothers killing brothers, full of pain, salvation. Resolutions are made, but always made with lack of vision. Imperfection is the order as we keep seeking solutions. Only God can solve this mathematical equation.
Thanks for your contribution. Now, any more questions?
Of the judges. Every slightest petition, the head of court, let's for example, how can any head of court that may people write petition that they will not be protected in Port Harcourt, in Aba, and that is the cause for you to transfer a matter. That, there are not some security in Port Harcourt, in Aba, in this. How could that be a reason? What is insecurity? Look at what's happening in Kaduna. I request no state. So what's happening in Borno? I request no state. So what's the plateau? I request no state. These days, you see all kinds of, people and heads of court will accede to that, and that's the one they talk about independence. What independence are you talking about? Now, Attorney General called my attention on Friday that he has some petitions where people are writing the court of appeal, Federal High Court, that, no security. I take exception to that. There's no state, not one in Nigeria, that's still on the River State. I take exception to that. And I put up to the court of appeal and into the Federal High Court.
All right, there you had Governor Nyesom Wike speaking on how individuals use excuse of insecurity to transfer cases out of a state or from a judge. Time check, 16 minutes gone past the hour of 4. Right about now, you are officially welcome to the Tuesday edition of the Platform Radio and your premium talk radio station, Today 95.1 FM. I am Kalada, the man of the people. And right about now, I want to give you insights into some of the news reports making the rounds. I'm going to be taking you on a journey, showing you all the trending news stories, telling you what our correspondents investigated about the trending stories. And I would allow you your views from a point of complete knowledge, because the Platform Radio is about trending stories. alongside correspondent reports and we making our opinions known. On the menu for today, INEC says no going back on plan to introduce electronic system ahead of next general elections. Rivers State Governor Nyesom Wike calls on judges to be courageous to achieve independence of judiciary. Reactions continue to trail Governor Nyesom Wike's challenge to Minister of Transportation Rotimi Amechi to mention one project attracted to Rivers State. We're still on that issue. East Asian conversation starts in a jiffy. The Independent National Electoral Commission INEC has said there is no going back on its plan to introduce electronic voting to Nigeria's electoral system ahead of the next general elections. INEC National Commissioner in charge of South Zone, Mustafa Lekki, made the emphasis on this innovation while speaking further on the Commission's decision. Like he said, what INEC is trying to achieve is to make the Nigerian electoral process more open and transparent. Listen to him.
I moved to a place where the MNOs have a presence. Almost every local government headquarters in Nigeria has some kind of presence of one or two, if not more, major MNOs, where like Airtel and Glo and MTN. And so we can start from there. So there are many technological solutions that will help us to abridge some of all these difficulties. Clearly, the issue of illiteracy is an issue, but we cannot use these challenges as a hindrance. People are using telephones in the villages. They are not illiterate. They are finding a way around it. We are seeing the proliferation of POS, as a way of doing backward integration of banking, beyond our thinking a few years ago. So let us have the feeling that once there is a will, there is a way. And we believe that in INEC, there is a will. And INEC is committed to this journey of bringing more and more technology that will ensure integrity and transparency and trust in the electoral process.
The chairman of INEC, Professor Mahmoud Yakubu, said already the Commission has invited manufacturers of electronic voting machines around the world to practically demonstrate how the machines work, preparatory to the full migration. Meanwhile, the Nigerian Senate has said that the amended Electoral Act will be ready for passage and possible assent by President Muhammadu Buhari by the end of next month. Senate Committee Chairman in charge of the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, Senator Kabe Gaya, revealed this to the media in Abuja. Now, Senator Gaya said the National Assembly is keen on improving Nigeria's electoral process.
I believe that we are working together in such a way we could have something good for this country. I hope and believe that by end of October, we'll get it ready out of the National Assembly to be passed to Mr. President for signing. We are working hard on that aspect, and I assure you we'll be able to make it within the next 1 month.
The Senate also said while the National Assembly has approved the inclusion of electronic voting in the Electoral Act, the issue of electronic transmission is still pending. Now, Senator Kabe Gaya therefore said that the Electoral Act is still open to absorb more amendments.
Electronic voting is part of the points of or areas raised in the Electoral Act. Therefore, it is there. So whatever they are doing, they are on track. Because we had a meeting, and I told you earlier with them, they know what's coming up in the bill because they made their own contribution based on their experience at the site of the elections, where they held the elections, the experiences, the challenges they faced, and which we could be able to improve and save them from all those troubles they went through. So I think they are fully aware of what is going on in the bill, especially on the issue of the Electoral Act. Therefore, it is there, electronic voting is there. The only issue which we have not put in there is the electronic transfer of results, and that's not part of the bill. But maybe when we do a public hearing and there is views by majority of Nigerians, they wanted that, then we are working for the Nigerians and we have to serve the Nigerian interest.
Do you think the introduction of electronic voting will make the Nigerian electoral process more open and transparent? I know I have been thinking the song for quite a long time now. But do you agree with me and many other stakeholders who think that electronic voting, e-voting, might just be the way out for the Nigeria electoral system. Do you think it will be more open and transparent, or do you think it will be plagued with even more advanced issues and make our voting system derailed even the more? What difference will the passage of the Electoral Act bring to the Nigeria's electoral process? I like to hear from you. 0817 000 0951 and 0810951091. Send those text messages to the number 0701 9339962. Let's find out who's here. Hello.
Good evening, man of the people.
Yeah, welcome.
Okay. The first question: do I believe it's going to help our electoral system? Yes. Will there be challenges? Yes. Is the challenges capable of being surmounted in just one process? No. Because even now, the American electoral system is still on innovation.
All right.
Going by what happened in 2016 with the alleged meddling of Russia into the electoral process due to electronica, and they are bringing innovations to it. Now, someone may argue, what about those in the rural villages? How can they vote? The accessibility of network, and my question is.
All right. Sorry about that yet again. I guess the network is bad. 95.1 FM.
Canada?
Mascot, welcome.
Thank you so much. Honestly, Canada, electronic voting and electronic transmission is the only process to guarantee the propriety of the electoral process and to ensure that the will of the people always prevail at any election time.
All right.
I was on the field in Benin. I saw that it is that electronic transmission of the source that did the magic. That's the magic one. Because we will remember how the governor of that city to be doing his own local government of all of him. So for me, when the public hearing, I think some of us will go to Abuja and go to the city and present our president that they should include electronic transmission of data. Because without that, only e-voting is not complete. We want that this process be completed by including electronic transmission of the source, so that at the end of the day, the leaders will be accountable to us, the people of Nigeria, and we will take good governance. And that is my own take to Canada. Thank you and God bless.
All right, thank you very much, Mascot, even if it was difficult getting to hear you. And 5.1 FM, what's your name? Where are you calling in from?
Hello, Canada. Good evening once again.
Yeah, good evening to you. Elder, welcome. Welcome.
You see, honestly speaking, I think I buy the idea of I-90 if indeed it will be implemented, because I guess at the time minute now, they might get it in this particular process.
All right.
And moreover, if the legislator and the cabal do not knock off this, because this is the way to go. Because the height of progress, the height of killing, the height of atrocity during our election is terribly unimaginable.
All right.
Each time I remember how a woman was born alive, she was weeping and wailing, and at the end the voting went that way. So I think the best thing is this electronic vote, no matter the shortcoming that may be observed. Yes, with gradual process, it will certainly go a long way in covering the high level of progress during election. Honestly speaking, if indeed, mark my word, if they will be able to get this done, because not just to tell all this how to go at the end, before you know they will tell you the time I've already done something like that, because I know at the time they will present this thing to the presidency, he may not sign it. Because there are people that are benefiting from this rubbish election that we are having. So many people are benefiting even fast. And some people will not
the president has promised to bequeath,
forget they are removing the president.
A good you can't say that the president himself promised. Now allow me finish my statement. Now the president himself promised to bequeath to Nigerians a good electoral system, and so him refusing to sign it might go against the words that he has promised Nigerians.
You are very correct. You remember, the same president promised that he was going to fight the corruption substantially. But what are we saying today?
And he's fighting it in his defense. I mean, to an extent.
What are you talking?
He's fighting it to an extent.
When he's calling as a corrupt as anything.
Now, what did you say? It's cronies. It's cronies. Allegedly, by the way. Allegedly. No court has proven it. No court has proven it yet.
Let me tell you. I don't go with this hierarchy of I don't because.
But that's the law. That's the law. No. That's the law. We have to go according to the law. So it's allegedly until proven.
Well, that is for you. For me, it's a car because I know this is happening.
All right, then. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. We've got to go now. 95.1 FM. What's your name? Where are you calling in from?
Hello, Canada.
Good evening.
Good evening, Noble from Medias.
All right, welcome.
Let me prove it wrong by what you just said now, what the president said before, that you're going to improve the electoral way or the other. It's not like the same guy now agreeing with you. He told us that the fuel, he will bring fuel down to 14 naira or so. Did he keep the promise? He told us that he will make $1 equal to 1 naira. Did he keep the promise? So he not about, you know how it is. Remember, they sent this thing to him before when I think 8 assemblies sent it to him. He rejected it. So how do you think that he's going to do it now? Or you think maybe because maybe he finished his term tenure? There is people that is supporting him that Kabas may not want him to do it. He may also decide not to do it because of those people.
All right.
So to me, this man, I don't believe him. Whatever he said, I won't believe him.
All right. Thank you very much for calling in there. It's the bottom of the hour, and it's time for us to shift gear yet again. We're going to Gear 2. And the story there is that the Rivers State Governor Nyesom Wike has called on judges to be courageous in order to achieve independence of the judiciary. Governor Wike, who made the call at a live television interview, said judicial independence would be hard to achieve if judges are not courageous and determined to uphold the tenets of the profession. He said the independence of the judiciary does not mean to have more money to go on vacation, but the freedom to attend to legal matters without fear or favor. The governor added some individuals now use petitions and excuse of insecurity to transfer cases out of a state or from a judge, adding that the state attorney general and commissioner for justice has been directed to write to the chief justice of Nigeria that such excuses should not be tolerated. Listen.
Because of intimidation of the judges, let the slightest petition, the head of court, let's for example, how can any head of court that may people write petitions that they will not be protected in Port Harcourt, in Aba, and that is the cause for you to transfer a matter. That, they are not sure of security in Port Harcourt, in Aba, in this. How could that be a reason? What is the security? Look at what's happening in Kaduna. I request no state. So what's happening in Borno? I request no state. So what's the Plateau? I request no state. These days, you see all kinds of, people and heads of court will accede to that, and then tomorrow they talk about independence. What independence are you talking about? Now, Attorney General called my attention on Friday that he has some petitions where people are writing to Court of Appeal, Federal High Court, that, no security. I take exception to that. There's no state, not one in Nigeria, that's Seven and River State. I take exception to that. And I told Attorney General to write to the Court of Appeal and to the Federal High Court.
is this issue of insecurity enough for individuals to transfer cases of a state to other states? And if you listen to the governor speak there, it says, what about states where, banditry, Boko Haram issues, all those insecurity issues, are daring, but they still have, courts holding sessions in those states. So do you think, the issue of, insecurity in various states is enough reason to transfer court cases to Abuja or to other states? Or do you think it's just power play? It's just, as a matter of fact, where, the favorable decision will be gotten? I mean, it's just strategy. I like to hear from you. I like to hear. Is insecurity a good enough reason? Do you think judges are being threatened and that's the reason why? I mean, I'm not going to put ideas in your head. You just tell me what you think about this very one. Remember, this is the platform on radio. I am Kalada, the man of the people, and right about now we are looking at our second story for the evening, and we're asking, is the issue of insecurity enough for individuals to ask that their court cases be transferred to other states or even Abuja or even to another judge? I'm asking that question because the governor has said a lot of people are trying to do it right about now, and is arguing, what about states where insecurity is thriving and court sessions are holding? Let's find out who's here now. 95.1 FM.
Hello, Canada, good evening.
Prince Andy?
Yes, may your days be long.
Welcome.
Canada, the judiciary has always been independent. The politicians came to hijack their integrity. In fact, insecurity might not really be the reason, but it is just all about politics.
All right.
Both the people on this side and the current governor, if they can allow the judges to do their work, if they can allow the judges to function, I think there will be no need for transferring of case file and all the rest.
Right.
They say since the hunters have learned to shoot without aiming, the birds also have learned to perch, to fly without perching. If the governor will ever allow them be, I mean, there will be no need for all this kind of excuse. Look at the monies, look at everything. It's obvious. I don't need to mention so that you don't tell me that I don't have facts. But we, the average Rivers person, know what the governor has done to the judiciary sector. You
just mentioned it, and yet again, I'll tell you don't have facts to that argument.
Fine, but we all know that it is now rumors in market.
I don't know. If Prince Andy, if you are called, if now you've made this comment against the judiciary and the court calls you to come defend it, where will be or what will be your backing?
Canada, I have different facts. I have facts.
And tell me the facts. If you have facts, give me the facts. If you have facts, give me. Like I said, give me the facts, because you cannot come on the air and make such blanket statements.
I will send it to you.
Thank you very much. Until then.
Here you see this governor. If I go in there, nothing but if he goes in, he just
until then, all those allegations. All right. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. We've got to move on. Like I promised you all, or like I admonished you all earlier in the day. I mean, despite your party affiliations, try. Yeah, go ahead and be sentimental. You can say the president is not doing well or the governor is not doing well, but do not say things that you don't have, proof to back, please. Let's try and be factual. All right, let's find out who's here on the line. 95.1 FM. What's your name? Where are you calling in from?
Yes, Canada.
Yeah, good day. What's your name?
Yes, Canada. My name is George. All right. From Romeo community.
All right, George. Welcome.
See, first thing I want to tell the Rivers State government, and Wiki, that telling the entire world that Rivers State is a weapon development. Because one thing I believe is that you must be able to protect your state. Even though you're a governor, you must have the interest of the state. One, the children are from that state, and you are doing business on the state, and you are the governor of the state. There's nothing politician will tell me for me to listen. Whatever thing the judiciary system telling River State people that River State is not safe, for them to bring judgment. River State is safe. Go to the northern state and see how it's happening.
All right.
It was in Borno State that the governor was attacked. Several million people died.
the former minister of the minister of transportation came to Calabari and then to go and bury Karabi wife. He and went back to his work. The governor is also. So there is no case that don't find the action of authority because you can just only reduce to the DRS minimum.
Okay.
And when they are capitalizing that, a river state say that it's coming from river state, that it's stolen from M1 local government and Roman community. An investor should invest not politically. Understand me? That is what really happening. And river state people don't know that.
All right, George, I can barely make out what you're saying. Please do call us back. I'm sorry about that. 95.1 FM. What's your name? Where are you calling in from?
I'm Don Pedro, calling from Port Harcourt.
All right, Don Pedro, welcome.
Yeah. You see, like, River State is very safe for every judicial process to continue.
All right.
But the thing is, if you have a case probably with the sitting governor, like a case that maybe state government with an individual person, you know that you will never have judgment. He has built them estates. He has bought them a car. Tell me which judgment will you have from them? So the best thing, if you have a case with maybe any of the state government, like even state government.
But in buying them a car, I mean, if I give you a gift, does it mean that you are answerable to me all the time?
That's the thing. That's the meaning. I would do your bidding.
Really?
I get you. Yeah, really.
Do you know how many gifts I've gotten and I'm not doing anybody's bidding? I mean, think about it from that angle as well.
Yeah, because they are not expecting favor from you. The judiciary man always wants favor from them. He doesn't give them a call. That's my case. I'm interested in that case. You want to, you have a judgment. Okay. That is why cases in River State will go out to have fair judgment in other states.
Okay.
If you keep listening, listen, let me tell you.
Okay,
look at the cases coming up between APC and PDP.
Okay.
Between the APC two factions. The faction is supporting is always having judgment in River State.
Okay.
The other faction that is not supporting, they never had one.
Okay.
Because that's why cases will go outside for fair judgment. Thank you.
Thank you very much for calling in then. 95.1 FM, what's your name? Where are you calling in from?
Canada, seriously? I mean, seriously?
What are you shouting seriously, Lawson?
That if I give you a gift, you will not do my bidding? Seriously? Is that what you are telling?
Why should
I do your bidding? Is that what you are telling everybody that is under your airwaves?
Why should you do my bidding? Why should I do your bidding?
Today, you Canada. So wait,
yeah?
Today, gift differs, gift differs.
No, we're talking about car gifts now. We're talking about car gifts. You're talking about, I don't know what other gift you're talking about.
Now, see, understand something. That's why judges are even asked not to take certain gifts.
Okay.
Because, yes, as a judge, you shouldn't even take gifts.
Okay.
Until you retire.
Okay.
Yes, when you are retired and you don't have any case to judge and all that, then you can receive gifts.
All right.
When you are a judge, somebody, look at the executive giving judiciary. So that's why, here, I love this president. That's why he had to even say a judiciary, the executive, and the legislature deduct the money from source and send it directly to them.
All right.
The money from judiciary, it is the executive now that is not given to judiciary.
All right.
That's not how it should be. So, you see, I don't know. The River State governor is always around judges.
Okay.
Always around judges. You don't even seem to understand. Everything is about, even this judge that just died that they buried. 50 million.
Yeah, 50.
It's what he gave.
Yeah. But it's a gift. So that, okay, now let me ask you a question. So what would now the judge that has been buried, or the late former judge, what would he do? What does that gift? I mean, it's just a gift, you know. It's the same gift he had given to.
See, let me tell you, anything judge should not receive any gift.
Even the dead one you made reference to.
You know that even here in Bayelsa, the law school, the River State government project is here.
Yes, true.
Yeah, I'm telling you, everything is judiciary.
But he's connected to the judiciary. He's a lawyer, so maybe, I mean...
What about other public servants that have... How much have you given to others?
Lawson, thank you. Thank you very much.
I don't know.
You've made your point. You do have a point there, actually. It makes it look very suspicious. He does have a point, accepting certain gifts. But then again, it does not necessarily mean that you receiving a gift, you would actually do the biddings. Haven't you heard people say, I gave him and he's biting the finger that has fed him? All right, so let's move on to the next story. A chieftain of the All Progressives Congress in Rivers State, Lawrence Chukwu, has challenged Governor Nyesom Wike to make bold his vow to resign following claims that the Minister of Transportation, Rotimi Amechi, has not attracted any federal project to the state since 2015. Now, Chukwu threw the challenge in response to Governor Wike's claims. Now, the APC chieftain said the Naval War College, Ubima, completion of the local and international wings of the Port Harcourt International Airport, that's 2. Completion of scrap metal factory MOR, 3. Ongoing construction of the Bonny Border Road, 4. Some federal project in the state. Listen to Chukwu while speaking.
I want to ask the Governor of Rivers State, His Excellency Barrister Nyesom Wike, to resign with immediate effect, based on the following points: that the right Honorable Rotimi Amechi, the Minister of Transportation, attracted the building of Naval College Ubima, which is completed and occupied. He attracted the International Airport wing of Port Harcourt, which is completed. He also attracted the Bonny Port Harcourt Bridge, which is ongoing. Fourthly, Port Harcourt Medigree Rail, which has been approved by the federal government, money released, and work to commence soon. I also urge him to keep his ears open for more projects to the Honorable Minister is attracting to come up. I have mentioned all of these projects the Honorable Minister of Transportation has attracted to Rivers State. So he should keep to his word and resign honorably.
All right, now should we have the governor resigning as governor? Who's going to challenge now Chukwu on this one? He mentioned the soon to be built Port Harcourt to Medigree rail line. He mentioned the international wing of the Port Harcourt International Airport, Magua. He talked about the completion of a scrap metal factory MOR. I think that was commissioned last week or 2 weeks ago. I cannot remember, but sometime not too long ago. He also talked about the ongoing construction of the Bonny Border Road, which many people hail as one of the wonderful projects of this administration, linking Bonny to border, and so people who want to travel to Bonny don't have to go through the high sea anymore. You don't have to go through the sea anymore. No more water. So what do you make of this? Do you think the governor should come and hear this and the governor should resign? Or do you think, the facts are not true? This is politics. They are playing politics, like you like to say in this part of the world. All right, the phone lines are open. 15 minutes left, and the show will be concluded. I am Kalada, and I am the man of the people, and this is the platform of radio on your premium talk radio station today, 95.1 FM, 0817 000 0951 and 0810 951 951. I hear the text message portal is not working, so let's stick to the phone lines. 95.1 FM.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's your name?
Yeah, my name is Steve Mbo. Come from Port Harcourt.
All right, Steve. Welcome. What's your take?
Yeah. Yes, I'm sorry. This Lawrence Chukwu, I don't know. This is the man who represented AA during this last election and later go back to APC. I don't know.
I really don't have that fact, but let's stick to what he said. He's an APC chieftain. That's the information I have before my table.
Okay, I don't know, because it sounds like that name.
Let's just go to the facts, please.
Okay,
no time.
The fact is, I want to just say once, because talk about Bonny Border Road. I don't know, because most of us who are just citizens of Rivers State, we want to pray that this state grows. So that road, as long as we know, that road, Vito, there's a company called Vito, who is working, I don't know where I see on that road. That they started that in 2002, or 2002 or 2001 or 3, about that time.
All right.
So it is not, I think that one I'm very sure it didn't come on this channel, this part of this 2018, 15, 16.
Was it not abandoned?
So I don't know about
was it not,
that particular one.
Was it
not,
not
part of what?
Was it not abandoned? I'm asking a question. You said it started in 2002. No. If actually did start, or if it actually started rather in 2002, don't you agree that?
I don't know. It's attracting something or abandoned. I don't know what. I can't to verify. Abandoned or attracting.
Okay. All right then. Let's move on now. 95.1 FM, lost that very call. You called back and tell me what you think. Attracting to the state, actually. And so if he attracted your attention to an abandoned project, is it not attracting to the state? I'm wondering what's your take on that one? 95.1 FM.
Hello, good evening.
Yeah, good evening to you.
This is Ozel, Onibo man.
Ozel, welcome.
Hello, see here. These two people are brothers. These two people are brothers. So if the governor will make a statement that he should come out and tell him the attraction of the ex-governor, the projects have attracted in River State, and the other people will be saying that this is what the ex-governor have did so that the governor will resign. When they will settle, we are not going to be there. When they will settle,
we're not looking at no. Okay. We're not looking at settlement in future. We're looking at statements made. I would resign if you show me projects attracted to the state. Should the governor resign now?
The governor, you know that he cannot resign.
Why? Is he not a man of his word? He's the talk and do. Okay.
Wait. You know that he cannot resign because Amechi, being his brother and being the ex-governor, have cited one project in River State. This Bodo Road. Let's start from there.
Okay.
This Bodo Road. Only this what they know is to talk about themselves. They are not talking about Oyibo local government. There is no road, nothing to attract in Oyibo. Nothing.
Yet again, that's not the argument. Bodo is not in Obiakpo. Yet again, that's not the argument.
Kala, we will follow you through your statement. You say, come and show us one project you have attracted in River State.
And is Bodo not in River State? Is Bonny not in River State?
Yes. Kala, what I want to tell you, please, don't be offended. I'm telling you that at the end of the day, these people are brothers.
Okay.
I take my bow.
All right then. Thank you very much for calling in. But then again, is it time to see? I'm wondering. I want to hear from you. 95.1 FM.
Man of the people.
David, welcome.
Okay. First of all, I think the governor's statement is childish, it's outlandish, and it's mischievous. And it's only because we say in law, res ipsa loquitur, fact speaks for itself. And the fact that the Honorable Minister of Transportation has attracted and cited very laudable projects in River State is not one that is to be questioned. Are we talking about, he talked about attracting the governor, attracting the faculty of law. Is it the faculty of law in Uniport that has taken off or the one that is yet to take off? Is the one that doesn't have a faculty doing yet? Is that the one that you're talking about?
But he has attracted it. It's project in the making. If that was actually what Chuku said, it's project in the making.
When we're talking about the road to meet project, we're talking about the Naval College which was started and completed. We talked about the international airport, wing of the terminal of international airports in Port Harcourt, which he completed, and it was commissioned. That was the second project that was commissioned by the president, and we are glad that we have a Riverstone, which first project commissioned by President Muhammadu Buhari within the Kaduna Abuja Railway and the Port Harcourt International Airport was done by our own son. Why don't we encourage that which we have than pull ourselves down?
All right, I agree with you on that one.
It doesn't help us at all.
All right.
So the governor ought to admit Number one, celebrate if not for anything, that he's your brother. Celebrate him for the height he has attained.
So now that you've said all of this, going forward, should he resign?
Definitely. Okay. He should be a man of his word and resign.
All right, then. Thank you.
I was waiting for him to show us the resignation later. If he hasn't drafted one, I can draft a beautiful one for him.
You're a good drafter, then.
I'm a good draftsman. I can draft a beautiful one for him.
All right, thank you very much.
English.
All right, thank you very much. We've got to go. Thank you very much. Now is that time where we do a summary of the show. You call in and talk about any of the issue that we have raised on the show this evening. First one, of course, has to do with the INEC coming out to say going back on e-voting. And of course, we are having the National Assembly backing e-voting very soon. Promise of the president assent into it as well. And that we moved on to the next level, which was, the governor of Rivers State saying that the judiciary should be courageous and not be threatened or intimidated, and wondered why some people would use the excuse of insecurity to transfer cases out of the state. And then, of course, we asked the question, is insecurity enough reason to transfer cases out of Rivers State? Remember yesterday, the verbal war between Amechi and Wike. Someone is speaking. I'm talking about Lawrence Chuku, who is an APC chieftain, and right about now he's saying that the governor should resign because he has listed a couple of things that the former governor has brought to Rivers State. 95.1 FM.
Yes, Canada. Good evening.
All right, good evening to you.
Yes, Canada. I want to talk about the voting system.
You want to talk about what?
E-voting system.
All right.
INEC no going back on e-voting.
All right, go ahead.
I think the West Coast.
All right.
And I want to say INEC that we should conduct the National Assembly to do the thing because that we are the mass and exercise that is in charge electing their political leaders that will handle the affairs of politicians. We put Nigerians to keep through the voting system. That is what people. Let me draw my curtain, George.
All right, then. Thank you very much. 95.1 FM. What's your name? Where are you calling in from?
Hello, Canada. It's Anthony from Sept.
All right. Welcome.
I just want to react to we can telling judges to be courageous. Like what the last callers already said, you cannot expect to give a gift to a judge and expect him to be courageous. He must be biased in favoring you, giving you a judgment. So if you want judges to be courageous, then no gift should be given to judges. And all payment, all the entitlement should be gotten directly rather than they waiting for the executive to give them payment. I think that is just what I want to contribute.
All right, then. 95.1 FM.
Yeah, this is Mr. Zion.
Mr. Zion, welcome.
Yes, let me attend on the INEC decision on e-voting. For me, I think that should not even be a discussion. INEC should be telling us in a year like this or a time like this. In a civilized climate and a nation that wants to go forward, we are looking for people who have ideas to change the system. Look at the DD Niger. What do you think gave them this credibility? Because it's on e-voting. And Nigerians participated because it's e-voting.
But you can't really blame INEC on this one, because INEC tried at one point to do e-voting, and we went to court, and the court said it's not in the Constitution or any act.
See, we employ people who are technocrats for we not to rule them, so for we not to give them instruction, but for them to give us instruction. That is why we employ people who are good. You are employed there to work because you are good. For you to give instruction, that is just your gospel truth. I never would have done it better. Not coming to put it on an opinion pool, subjected to the consciousness of the people. No. Bring the idea, and Nigerians are ready to embrace it. We are tired of this bomb shots during election period.
All right, sorry about that. I guess it's the network yet again. The network seems to be no respecter of persons today. Well, let's see who's here. 95.1 FM.
Man of the people.
All right, David, welcome back.
The governor on the judiciary, I think that is hypocritical of him. Number one, as long as Professor Lazarus, the Honorable Attorney General of Rivers, was one of those petitioners in the Supreme Court against the financial autonomy of the judiciary, then he's one of those who are trying to cow the judiciary and who are trying to intimidate judges to give judgment to their own favor. Because what we follow the constitutional procedure of the financial autonomy for the judiciary as stated in the Constitution, Section 83 subsequent, then the judiciary will be free to give their judgment, knowing that their salary will not be jeopardized, their allowances will not be pending, their welfare will not be hanging in the balance, their official cars and official residence will not be jeopardized because they stood for the truth. If you allow judges to have financial autonomy, you'll see how things happen with ease. There is no place, for all the while I've been in the judiciary, that's what we call territorial jurisdiction. And if you are taking a case in Port Harcourt, meant for Port Harcourt to Aba, the judge is simply saying he has the last jurisdiction to determine the matter. So the issue about taking matters that are supposed to be in River State High Court to Aba or to Kano or to Kwara Mamuda does not call for question because it can never happen. What they only